Anybody who tells you that a job will not make you a millionaire is right, but this is what they don't know. This is not very popular right now, but a job in the right industry can absolutely change your life. This is my profile. This is a friend of mine called Haruna, who I've known for a very long time. You see, when I met Harun, he had come to me as an investor in my business. He invested money with me and worked together for a long time. Eventually, I decided to employ him in my company. And when my first business failed, he was there with me. And he showed me a thing about loyalty. He stuck with me, and never at any point did he ask me, Adnan, how far with my money? When I started my second business, he started with me. And I can say that everything that I know today, he does. A year ago, he started his own business in the same industry. And now, he's a better rated host than me. The real lesson in this story is this. 100% of you will fail in your first business. And if you are still in your first business and you have not failed yet, you will eventually, or you have either failed at some point discreetly and you decided, secretly. The only price to pay to not fail in your first business is to work in close proximity with failure or success. A disclaimer, I didn't have to work a job when I came from the university, but the price I paid for it is that I worked so many years, I did business for so many years, and I failed in so many businesses because I kept trying and figuring out my things on my own. But Haruna doesn't have to go through that, because what did he do? In 2 years, he's doing very well in business, and he doesn't have to fail in his first business because he had a job in the right industry. So instead of looking for a job where you can only earn, you have to also look for a job where you can earn. A lot of people, what do? They take money, they save money, they work and they save money, and they take that money and they are looking for business. I want you to observe this. Most of these people will always fail in business. That's what happened to me in my first business. I had money and I was looking for a business to do. When you start, and perhaps this is why people say that you don't need money to start a business. This is what, because everybody with half a brain knows that you need money to start a business. But this is what you mean. You don't go looking for a business with money. You find a business and you look for money. Every business has to revolve around a demand. Don't seek to create a demand. Instead, seek to respond to a demand. Find out a business, find out something that works, and you are like, wow, I have to look for money to do this. I'll discourage you from taking a loan, but still, you should always find a business. If you have money and you are looking for something to do, look for an investment, not a business, because you lose this money, and it is a law. The way if I drop a pen, the pen falls, and it is law. If you start a new business, you have to fail in your next business because it is law. It is the price you need to pay if you start a new business. That is the price you need to pay for success, failure. So, people can bastardize jobs. People can, motivators can continue to tell you to not, stay away from jobs. But a job can allow you to skip this. And that is the lesson I learned with my new job, my business that failed. I had money, I came across cash, and I was looking for something to do with the cash. You have to always find a business first. And people, when they come to you, they want an investment. You ask someone, okay, I want us to do business. Say, okay, let's just find capital. When we find capital, we'll have something to do. That is not going to work. I'm not saying this. I want you to notice this yourself. How many people have you found who have gone looking for a business with money, who have actually made it? I found my business around this. I discovered my business by accident. I was in Morocco and I was about to go to Ghana. I needed to rent out my place because I wanted it to not just be closed so that I could make money out of it. So what I did was that I contacted somebody who was in the same industry that I am right now. And I told him, I'm leaving my apartment. I want you to rent it out to other people. And the person told me no, he couldn't do it. So what I did was I took photos of the flat myself. I put it on the internet, and that day I had an incredible number of messages from people wanting to rent it. And that was how I started my business. Prior to that, I had written on a wall that year I had to find a business or a job either one of it, because I was struggling, I was having issues. I said, I need to find a job or business. And coincidentally, I found a business because of the demand. So a lot of people say that as a good businessman, you have to know how to sell. I don't believe you have to know how to sell. As a good businessman, you have to look for demand and respond to that demand in a way that nobody else can. I don't believe in selling, because selling, what is basically trying to create a particular demand. I don't want to create a demand. I want to find something that has a demand and respond to it in a very special way. If you are listening to this video, don't make that mistake of taking cash and looking for a business. Find somebody to work with in the right industry. Invest your money if you have. You can find it. You are more easily going to find a good investment with money than a good business. Find somebody who is already killing it. If you have to invest money with them and accompany them, do it. But don't go start a new business. You can, if you want to. The learning curve, you can always start and then learn. My name is Adnan Sani Dangote. If my videos give you value, I want you to share it with other people. I want to reach out to as many people as possible. What I'm doing essentially is I am selling financial literacy on credit. I am teaching you everything that I know in business, everything that I know that has allowed me to achieve financial freedom. But you don't have to pay immediately. You have to pay only when you would have achieved financial freedom. And I think that is a fair trade. Thank you very much for watching this video.